Alright, alright. Let's actually lower the audio a little bit. Okay. I think this should be good. Or maybe I should lower it even more. There we go. Alright, let's switch scene now, and we're back in Unity. What up, Captain Coder? How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. And I also hope the volumes are good. So today I'm going to implement the console. And for this I'm going to use Quantum Console. Volume seems good. Nice. So I had the Quantum Console from before. And they deprecated the old one, and yeah, the 2021 one is deprecated, so I bought the new one because it was kind of cheap for me since I had the old one. So let's download this. This should be super easy to implement, and I hope it is. The source is, we have a demo scene. I don't want the demo. Yep. All right. How are you doing today, Captain? Are you doing good? You doing well? How was your class? Ever since I was sick, I've had something in my throat. Like, I'm not really I'm not sure what it is. What up, Chris? Thank you for the claps. You probably have like 200,000 points saved up. Class 112. Students are working on a project this week and next during class. Nice. Which project? Is it one of the ones you did on you've done on stream? 120k. That is a lot of Ks. Decision quest. Their first big project, which involves writing a bunch of if statements. Oh, cool. Cool. Are they having fun? I hope they're having fun. Okay, so we got the Quantum Console. I'm going to read the README because I want to do. I want to be. I want to do the right thing from the start. Quantum Console source. Then we have a README. Let's look through this one. The Unity students are also working on a project. They're actually implementing levels for their own version of the marble game. Wow. That is amazing. One student figured out to force the screen to 320 by 240 pixels. Looks like PS1. Yeah. You mean in the game or in the released one? Because you can set the sizes here, which is nice. Or you could go to build setting or play settings, I guess, and do resolution. Window and force it. Let's go back to the screen. Getting started. Ensure we have Text Mesh Pro. Yes, I do. We have an event system. Yes, I do. Source prefabs and add Quantum Console. Let's go to prefabs. Console. Cool. Another one, change the marble to be a blob. These are 32 joints connected together, and that's very nice. Yeah, joints can make some really cool things. That is a really cool idea. I really like when they play around with it. Like when they get their own ideas and be like, I want to try using joints or something. It's really cool to see. Goes IO to the core, autocomplete, formatting, and much more. You're free, however, to use your own prefabs with the script. I don't think I need any. Well, start, use help command. This will give you a brief intro to using the console. Well, we have a console. Help. I'm sorry. I have some. It's so weird with my throat. It has a sticky feel to it, so you can jump onto a surface, and each of the nodes has a timer. When it first connects, it allows it to stick. You can kind of roll down the side of things, do interesting wall jumps. That sounds advanced, but it also sounds really, really cool. Okay, let's see. Welcome to Quantum Console. In order to see specific help about the specific command, please use the man command. Use man. Let's see about the man command. Okay. I guess man is for manual. Use all commands. All commands. So many. Teleport. Oh, this is bad. Oh. I need to stop the game from, or stop the player input when the console is open. Various commands may show a mono-target in their signature. This means that they are not static commands, instead require instances of the class in order to invoke the command. Each mono-target works differently as follows. Single uses the first instance of the time found in the scene. All uses all instances. Emergency uses all instances. Okay. Here to I don't know. Okay. So with this, I think we can do. Well, let's test this. I'm going to. Is there a key to open the console? Activate on startup. What is the key configuration? Submit command. Yes. Show console. Which one should I? Let's do delete. Oh, that's not. Can I also do hide? Yeah, okay. The delete will be my key. To open the console. I don't have any of the normal console keys, so that's going to be. That wouldn't work. Enabled always. Never. Like hide console. It's always enabled, but it should be. I thought I removed the activate on startup. Let's initialize it on startup. Okay, so now I can open it. Cool. Now I just need to stop all my inputs from working when I open the console. That should be easy, but that is my first go. Let's go to the input handler. Maybe I should actually add this to my input action. There we have my input actions, and I'm going to add a new action map, which is use console, open console. It's only going to be a single button, which would be delete. We save this, and with my current setup, I need to do one thing for this. It's in event input. Here I need to add a new event. Input, it's a button, and it what do I call it? Console input. And we have the console right there. Is that it? No, that is not it. I also need to go into my system's prefab and add it right here. Console input. There we go. I should probably load all of these from when was starting the game. Okay, so now I haven't done anything really. How will I do this? Okay, do this. If game state is, let's add a new type here. I will change this later. These are not the ones I'm using. We don't have dialogue. We don't have pause or main menu really. But if it's a console, then we don't do anything. Or we will update. Let's do input. No, not inputs. We need to do get input button. What did I call it? Input button event. Input dot player.console. Update. I only want to update the console command or the console key when we are in the game state of console. And I'm also going to go into the player input. I can't spell. I should have the player handle input. Player handle input. We should also add this to our list. Let's call it console. We add it here. Just because I can. Then execute. For the handle input, I'm just going to check it here. If frame input info console is used, started. We do game manager, game controller instance, that state console. And we need to also check if that is the state. We could probably create another one here, which would be toggle console. Yeah, what else? If game state is console, then we set it to gameplay. This is all just temporary. It's going to be here for a while until I recreate the game controller. Then we set the gameplay to play. else, we set it to console. Let's see if this works. We go back to the input handler. Want to see, yeah, if it's in games it play, we're fine. If we play now, I should be able to move around. Unless I missed something, I can move around. I open this, I can't move around. No inputs are working. I close this and I can move around again. Cool. And now we have the console working. We need to add commands. I closed the readme. I shouldn't have. Let's go back and find it. Source, we have the readme. There is something I need to do with the on the command, or to add a command. When integrating Quantum Console into your project, you likely want to add your own commands to the console. Yeah. To do this, you will need to use the command attribute. By adding this to the function, property, or field, you can turn it into a command that will be loaded by the Quantum Console processor. So would this work by, let's go to the debug editor. No, not debug editor, the debug mode thing that I made. I just want to see here if we do this. If we create a commander, what are the options that we can add? Alias, order platforms, target single, yeah. I could maybe just do this and then I launch it. Would that make it possible for me to give me health and mana? Let's try it. Yes, we can see them here. Give full mana. Huh. Well, we got the console. That is kinda... Oh, it opens on escape as well. Really? Did I miss a key? It's a bit command... Oh, toggle console. None. None, and this one should be delete. Okay. I also realized my ticker is just nothing. Well, it's not nothing, it's it has all the old values on it. So let's change this. Implement console. What else are we doing? Add debug options to the player. Player attributes. You play attributes? Not attributes, abilities. Console. What else can we trigger through the console? Do we have any good ideas of what to trigger? Or chain? I guess like movement speed would be a thing. Spawn points in every room, yeah. there would be a lot bigger of a task, but there would, yeah, yes. So work to different room. So for that, I need to specify what I'm going to do. That's probably going to take at least an hour. But I also need to rework the room system. Room system. Yes. So let's start with this. We did implement the console. I'm going to check that off, and we're only 25 minutes into the stream. That's really good. So what did I add? What was the second task? Like write abilities. Now, how does this work? If we do a public void, could it be a private void? I don't know. Probably not. It feels like it shouldn't work, but let's call it ability. I just want to see their abilities. Ability, and we do upgrade skill. Now we had we have upgrade info. Okay, just do ability. Okay. So I wonder if it will automatically populate the enum for us. That would be really cool. I was going to say really cool and really good at the same time, so I was like, I'm not even sure what I said. I could. What do I call it? Ability. I didn't add a command to it, so it's also private. So this, I'm not sure it would work. But let's see if it does. That's not the key. This one is ability. Oh. Oh. This is really good. You can select which ones. And you also get the login here. Nice. The map. I don't even know which key is the map. What's the dash key? Cool. I also want to add amount, but I want to set the default to 1. And then I want, it's nice that you can have a private method. And then we have a reset ability. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to reset ability, and then I'm going to loop through the amount you want. So you have amount, we do this. I will move all of this into another class in a bit. I think I wouldn't have a player debug mode class, but then we could do reset ability, double jump. I didn't actually reset it. Yeah, reset ability, double jump. Cool, and then we have ability double ability double jump. And I could set it once, right? And be like, yeah. So the amount is optional. To ability 3, yeah, double jump. Cool. I'm really liking this. What can give abilities through the console. Maybe I need this class to yeah, it's easier. But I don't need the the script, since we can do everything from the editor or from runtime now, so I don't think I need the setting them here. But it would be nice to have it to set it from the start, but I'm not sure how I would do that without creating a file that you have to edit. I haven't checked yet how we would get a room from LDTK. What I would like is if I put an enemy, for example, in or an object in here. What am I doing? I should just object this one. I want to know which room this is in. If I want to have the data on the object in Unity. If we go to room 6, we have the object and we have the spawn point. And here we have the room spawn point, but it doesn't have the info. LDTK imported entity. Can I get anything from this? Go to entity instance. Definition. We'll have the identifier. So we don't have a tile set. I'm not sure what field definition would be. Render mode, tile ID, no. Tile set, no. We have anything else I can get here? It's a field instance. That's what I just got. Do we have any other kind of data on this? I assume I can't do ILTK imported level. Oops. Debug log. I don't think I get in there. I wish I do, but I don't think I do. Let's go to project settings and LDTK and re-import. No. So imported rooms is only for this. I could get it from the room info that I from this script. But how is this being set? Is that my... Oh, it's my editor script. Okay. But this could probably LDK imported level debug log level. Why did I start the game? I'm supposed to re-import. I will probably get levels. No, we will not. Let's try something new. When you export, you can export these as levels. What did I call it? Room? I could probably... I'm not really sure what the depth is doing. But maybe it's in app settings. No, not app settings. Project setting. You can, where is it? Default level identifiers. Down here. No. Oh, there it is. Export them as separate file. Every time you save a project. Okay. So I've now when I re-import this, it's going to be a lot different. Some people might think that I messed everything up now, and I kinda did. But we'll fix it soon, whenever I find a folder. So now we have all the rooms like this. The cool thing about this is I could change the... Oh. If I do... Wait, no. I thought I could change these on based on I need to export multiple walls then, I guess. Anyways, we could add all these rooms in here. Can I put a script on the custom level prefab? That is kind of what I wanted before. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to remove that again and go back into my project settings and don't export separate files. Let's re-import this and we should be fine. I did not see the custom level prefab before. That is cool. I need that, so I'm going to make a level. I'm gonna call it level. And this will be room info. What did I call it? Level. It should be called room. And this will import LDTK imported level, yes. Level. The identifier is the one, yes. You should do substring and we do level identifier index of underscore plus 1. Room ID is equal to this. Or we need to parse it as well since it's an integer. Cool. That's not going to change anything until I set it in the on the prefab or on the imported MoonVania. First, I'm actually let's open that so I have it. Go to prefabs. I'm going to put this in level. Maybe I should have a prefab for like imports. I don't know. That could be a thing. Where did the room go? That is the one, right? Yeah. But now I want to add a room one here. Good. Let's see if it does what I wanted it to. These rooms now have the correct room ID. Nice. I'm trying to move away as much as I can from my LDTK editor. The data do have a lot of interesting information though. I'm not sure I need them. Well, I need some room information. I need to think here. I kind of want my. Let's look at the room manager again. Again, I don't think I have done that room manager. Also, check my ticker. What have I done? We can give the player abilities through the console, so we're done with that. Check that off, and what I'm working on right now is warping to different rooms. And I'm trying to figure out how I would do this in a good way. So I'm thinking, I'll load all the rooms into a list somewhere, like we're doing in the LDTK editor. I'll save all the data for each of them. Let's go to the start. We load the room, so this room data, and then we save all the room. So in our level data, we have information about all our room. And we have the level data here in room manager. So we have information about all the rooms. Now we just need to use that properly. But I'm thinking that we shouldn't have to have a editor script for this. Now when we load each room by themselves, room info, the room could add itself to the list. We have level data, we have room data, and that's the room data. Would it be good to have the rooms add themselves and take care of themselves? I wonder. And would that help? Well, it wouldn't really help me. I'm just thinking. Okay, we have level data. I would like to have, what I'm thinking about is my transition. I wish that I could add a value that would select a whole room. Okay, if I could do this, grab the entity and like select a room and not an entity. That would be neat. I'm not sure how we do that though. Currently we're doing an integer where I type it manually. But I would like to get the data from the room and use that. Get a tile. What happens if I set a tile? Cool. Oh, okay, I see some usages for that. That's like one thing could be if you want to have climbable edges that I tried to do with in the tile map, but you could make an entity on it. Just put the entity right there with the image if you want, or something else to the spawn point. Okay, let's not think about the room transition for now. The only thing I want in the code actually, when we transition into a new room, we don't care about the current room in the transition. We only care about the next room because the room manager should keep track of the room we are in, I would say. Also, it's a bad manager. Private current room. An integer current room. And current room would be starting room. No, it would be starting room. Do we use the room data anywhere, or do we just load it? We're just kind of loading it. No, we're getting the spawn point. Okay. I kind of want to redo this. So when we start, we set the current room, the room we are in. We should activate new room, which would be starting room data. Yes. That's what we do. We don't have to transition to a room. All rooms should be inactive from the start, and then we activate the room we are in. We should deactivate all the other rooms, yes. We're setting the player transform to the spawn point, yes. Oh, we're only doing this in the editor. That's why we spawned weirdly in the build I made. But we deactivate previous room. No, not previous room. Call it deactivate room. But I also want to split up what I'm okay. So for there was an issue I was having. Do I start in the top left? Where when you transition from one room to another, you can, like, if you go through this transition, you would see the camera clip a little down here, and this room would not be loaded. So you would see a bit of pink. So what I want to do is I want to activate all the neighbor rooms, because we have that data. I want to activate all the neighbor room, but I don't want to activate like the enemies in it. But I do want to show all the entities, not entities, all the hazards. But I also need to have a way of starting the entities and way of stopping them. And that is something I should have added to my enemies from the start. So let's see, we transition to room. We already have the current room ID, so what we do is let's see here. Transition to room would be deactivate previous room, disable all non-neighbor rooms, activate all neighbor rooms, activate entities in room. Is that what I want to do? I deactivate the previous room. I disable all the non-neighbor rooms, so yeah. I activate all the neighbor rooms that aren't active, and then we activate the new room. So let's rewrite this. We have the level data here. That is good, but I do want to have the room info, and we don't have that. We only have LDTK information in here, so I think think I want to change this a little bit. So let's actually go into room info. Room info. So this is what's going to realize fields. ID. Okay. What I want here is another. I want a list, private list. I want to serialize this as well. Serialize field, and the list would want room info from all the neighbor rooms. Neighbor rooms and neighbors. I think it's enough. And we can get all of this information. I think level.neighbor, yeah. So for each neighbor in neighbors, neighbors, we do neighbors add neighbor. If we have the room, we have neighbors. They should have a game object. No? Level? Would I get neighbors? Wait. I thought I had it all. I mean, I can get them from the ID, but that would not be good. So what I... Can I not... No, I can't get the game on the prefab for it. Oh man. That is annoying. Why do we have a direction? I don't understand that. The Lust music. So let's just say a wonderful game, and if you haven't played it, you should play it. Level. Wait, is south? Oh, is that where there are levels? Probably. That is really annoying. Can I get the prefab somehow? Also, when is this run? Let's try this. If yeah, let's do it like this. Debug. Let's do level identifier. Yeah, and what I want to log here is transform parent child count. Current room. to have errors everywhere. Room info, object point, room ID. Room ID. Cool. This is good though. We're importing all the rooms, and when the imported script is run, has been run, the childs are already in there. Or maybe that's because... Can I remove all the rooms? What happens if I do? Not much. But it still said 10, so I think we're good. What I want to do then is to... Let's try this. Rub backslash. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Have you seen my flap hat? Thank you, Captain Coder. You've seen that? It's awesome. I know, right? Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday today? It is. Wow. I've been thinking about finding like a face recognition software that I could use for the stream, so I could place the clap hat like perfectly on my head every time, so I don't have to sit in a just a in a certain position. So if I'm not sitting correctly, then it wouldn't work. So I'm thinking about seeing if there's like face recognition software that I could use to have other redeems. What up, Eno? How are you doing? It is Wednesday today. Welcome, welcome. I actually had to check my window calendar thingy to see that it's Wednesday. Unless you are like in Asia. If you are like in the eastern part of Asia, then I guess it's Thursday. But welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. What I figured out with this now is that I think all the levels are loaded in before we're running the import script, which would make it possible for me to do a very unoptimal solution. Game object, no. What do we do? Game object find. And we could find, what I want to find is the neighbor. I want to find a neighbor. Neighbor level identifier. And we could have that as room info. Oops. How did I select all of it? As room info, and then we do a neighbors add. I can't do as... Oh, no, that's not how you do it. You get component. Silly. Okay. And before this, we also need to do neighbors clear every time. Let's see if it works. Did it work? We have neighbors, we have no neighbors. Yay! Maybe because we didn't re-import. Let's re-import. Oh, we got one neighbor. There's one of 3 neighbors, that's correct. However, we're not really... Is this the level script? What is this? Component level. Can I get the component level? What do I do? Get component. Okay, component level. Let's do this instead. Neighbors. Neighbors. Yeah, that's not what I'm getting. Not what I'm doing. You want me to tell you about the game? Sure. Give me 1 second and I will do... just see if this works. If that is alright. The component level, we have neighbors. We have neighbors. And then in neighbor, do we have... It's not alright. No. Hurry. No. So let's take a break here. Just so you... They're all internal. No. We can get neighbors, but we're still getting a neighbor level. Dicky field, neighbors, can I? They're all private. But why? I can't really get anything from my neighbors. I think. It would be so good to do that. Oh well, that didn't work. Okay, so tell you about the game. I don't know what there is to tell. Let's start from the beginning. Let's see if I can play the game, or if I messed something up now. I'm reworking the room transitions and things, so let's just see what I need to set. Activate new room. We haven't done that. Starting room. No, it should be 0. Let's reload all the rooms. If this doesn't work, I will get a demo video. It's fine, it's fine. See? All good. What up, Dran? How are you doing? Thank you for all the claps, Captain Coder. It's fine. It's fine. We have our virtual camera. Here we are. Okay, there's a lot of things not working right now. So, in situations like this, quick distract the audience. Now it's Codathon. In situations like this, we actually have prepared a thing. So yesterday I put builds in here. That is stupid. No. No, okay. My repositories, I made a builds folder. So, because I clearly prepared for this because I knew if things were going wrong, and this is absolutely not because of Chris helping me with level design and stuff. So here we are in the game. See, this is the game. It's a Metroidvania, and what can I actually say about the game? We have a lot of features, but you can't really use them all right now. I want it to be a... When you... It's going to be more Metroidvania. You're gonna pick up things, items, you're gonna fight beefy enemies. The mechanics are most... what did you do? So much chat. Who said something? Tell us about the game. Like the mechanic I'm most interested in. Okay. It's actually a whole bunch of them. What I'm most interested in is actually the bosses, to create the bosses. We can kill enemies, doors open, we can grab this, now I have a dash. So what I'm currently doing is I'm building a base for the game. Well, I'm starting to build a vertical slice of the game, where we have all the functionality, and then we just have to make it beautiful and make it play well. So here you have, this is something I find pretty nice. These are enemies, and they have the same skills that I do. So what they're shooting is a fireball. I haven't up to speed or anything. But if I... Which button? Button? Oh, here's my inventory. Cool. Which... do I select? Here we have spells we can use. So we have root, we have bombs, and we have a fireball, and we have healing. So I can place a bomb. I selected it now, and I think I have enough mana. That's the wrong button. Which button is it? I don't have enough mana, I think. I don't. Not for that one. So let's shoot the fireball. There we shot it, but I missed. It's it's delayed a little bit. I've added way too much functionality to know about everything right now. And I haven't played enough of it. I saved myself. Wait for the enemy to just gotta get good. Yeah, I'm not even dead yet. Before building this, I gave myself like 700 HP. But no, something I'm kind of excited about with this is the upgrade system. Also, can you see these? They're floating or kind of bobbing up and down. That's kind of hype. It's the upgrade system. So I have a dash now. If I stand here and dash to the right, you can see I have a short distance dash. And if I grab this, now we have another dash, which is way longer. So you can upgrade your abilities as well. Same with double jump. You could potentially get, so you can do 2 air jumps, or yeah, all of that stuff. That was a button or a lever that I pressed. That can now open the door here to the left, so we can go back. And I'm kind of hype about the animal. And we have some more enemies to spawn. Let's see how fast I can get through this, so we can get to the boss. But no, what I'm making right now is just a vertical slice. They will have everything. Not everything, but most of the functionality I would like to have in the end game. Not polished or anything, I think. Or, well, they are going to be polished. Was a wolf? No, I don't have any wolves yet. They are just angels right now. Oh, you mean the animal? Yeah, that's kind of a wolf, yes. if you meant the environment. So here you have the boss. You zoom in, you can see the HP rising up, zoom out, and then you have the first boss fight. Yeah, the terrain was a wall. So now you have to dodge this. And if you aren't a decent what do you call it, platformer, then dodging these would be kind of hard. It's hard. So that's the first phase of the boss. Then we have another phase of the boss that we are going to change a little bit. So Chris had the nice idea of it throwing bombs. So this phase is kind of meh. You can, it's not really dangerous. You can stand where the bombs are and just move. So we're going to make them explode on hit, so you can't even touch them. And that was the boss. So that's basically the game I have right now. And I'm going to, what I want to do is have all the functionality I need for it to be a nice playthrough. And then I'm going to make it look good and feel good, or feel better. That is kind of the approach I'm having. And my goal is to have it nice and playable, a demo out at the end of March. It's kind of ambitious, since I only do this in my free time and after work. So I do have a working game, yes. You can play it from start to finish. So now I need to figure out what to do with these. Thank you for the clap. Thank you very much. You're still far off from a working game. Yeah, I got the tip from Code Red Games. Yeah, that I should make a vertical slice. I have so much functionality, I just hadn't put it together, so that's what I'm doing now. And as I put it together, I can find a lot of things I need to work on to get it good. We have the component here. Component level, we have, oh, maybe we have something, no. What? This is what we could do. We have the neighbors. First, we can get component from the neighbor. That is what I want to do. So we are good. So we could do neighbors, add neighbor.getComponent room info, right? Nothing. Yeah, Dram, you are adding all the things. Which is really cool. I hope it's gonna come together in a couple of years. You have a backlog now. That's good though. Hopefully there we go. We did it. In backlog. You're trying to finish polishing some main systems so you can get back to revamping the AI. Yeah. And after revamping the AI, are you going to revamp the quest system again? No, I really look forward to being able to play your game. One day. One day. So, I'm not sure if you saw it, Captain Coder and maybe not Dram and all the other people that came in after a bit of work. I don't know what I'm saying. I need to set this to 100. We have a console, which is kind of cool. So in here we can now have added some commands, which would be to give me an ability. So I could give me, I can give me the map. So now I have the map. Quantum console, yeah. It's super easy to work with. I just imported it, dragged it into the into my hierarchy, and let's see, it's the player debug mode. I made a class for this. Then you just add command and it works. So now I have ability, which takes an ability that I can add, and we set the ability to whatever that is and the amount. So if I want to max my my dash, I can just do ability dash 5. Oh, that's one too many. Now I jump and I have a super dash, but I also have the map. They are on the same key. Yeah, you add that attribute onto any method, even private ones. And the argument in the console is your parameters in here. So it just works. Yeah, reason I'm implementing this is because Chris is helping me playtesting the game, also making level design and such. And for him to be able to test it better, we need a way to like test abilities and test things. So that is why I'm doing it. But it's also going to help me a lot. Like now, what I'm trying to implement is a way to teleport between my rooms. It will be on the to-do list, not the backlog. Yeah, so I want to be able to write like teleport and just like room 5, and you go into this room to the spawn point. That way you can just teleport anywhere you want, and it works. So let's get back to... Yeah, I do have spawn points. The problem right now is the way I'm loading things. So if I go to the scene manager, you can see that only the room I'm in is loaded. And if I want to teleport somewhere, I need to load the rooms and unload this room. And the same is when I transition between rooms, I also need to do some things, which is why I'm getting all the neighbors now. So I'm reworking the transition a little bit, which is the warp to a different room. It's a part of that. These are going to be kind of the same. But I've been going for almost 1.5 hours, and I'm going to take a few minute break. I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I will be back in a few minutes. Also, don't forget to follow if you, time to stretch, if you like what you see. And I also have a Discord that you can join and chat about things and have inputs about the game and stuff. Thank you very much for the follow. No, there it is. I was looking for the alert in Firebot, but it didn't show up immediately. Thank you, Inumath, for the follow. I will be back in a few minutes. I'm making a cup of tea. I'll be back soon. And here is my Discord. Maybe I should have posted that too. I'll be right back. We are back. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but it's all good. I realized I started the stream a little bit later today than I usually do, and I only have 1 hour left since I gotta leave at 10 p.m. But we should have time to rework the rooms and get our teleporting to work. I think. I wanted to check out the quantum console a little bit. If we can remove all the pre-made commands. Enable autocomplete, yeah, fast search, yes. Store previous commands, yes. There's nothing in there, I think. No. Okay, never mind. Let's not do that right now. But let's go back to the room and what we're doing. We're now saving the room data. What I want to do is I want to have a list of all the rooms. Now we have the level data. But I want to have a list of all the rooms, and I want them to add themselves. Or should I? For now, I think I'm going to add the room info to my room data. We could create a public room info. And I have my editor script where we just load a few things. I might as well add the room info right there. We have the level data, and we'll load the room, and we'll load the base data. And that should also be data room info. Should then be data at level get component room info. I think this should be enough. The only bad thing with this is that I have to run my script, my reload world. And room manager, where's my room manager? There we have it. We have the rooms. Here we have all the data. We actually have the room info. That is really good. Now we can check that it works. So this is the data I'm loading into using my editor script. And it's really nice to have. Cool. Cool. So what's next? Next is we look through all the rooms and we deactivate the room. Now, instead of having a method right here where we grab room level object and set them to false, I think the room info should handle enabling and disabling object. Because if we check what a room is, it's basically only it's a top object, and then we have different children that do different things. If I disable all the children and not the rooms, we can just enable each thing we want in the room instead. And I think that would be good. So I'm going to go back into room info. And instead of calling it room info, I'm going to call it room controller. I don't have a room controller. Where am I using the room controller? On the grid. Oh, the grid. I'm not using the grid anymore. Bye. Okay. Room controller, I'm going to remove you as well. Room controller. Let's remove this file. I don't want it. Now it's going to reload, and I'm going to rename the room info to room controller. The room info going to be a room controller because it's going to control the room. That's kind of the basics. Okay. And I'm going to serialize another field here, which would actually several in model, I think. So let's do this. Public class. No. Yes. Public class room info. Because here I want to have the entities. Or entities, I want to have like enemies. I want to be a one object and the grid and the object. So let's just make game object of these so I can enable and disable them. So enemies. We'll have objects and we'll have the grid. And let's also get the background color. No. Let's leave that one out of there. And then we make a serialized field of the room info we just created. I'm going to make this serializable so I can see it in the inspector. Room info. And then I'm going to get all the info when we import this. So room info. So enemies would be level get component level transform find child find is what it's called now. Enemies game object. This is not very nice, but I'm only doing this in import time when I'm importing it or during that period, so it shouldn't be a problem, I would say. There is an issue. So what's the issue? Room controller 32. Let's see, 32. We can't find the enemies. There is a room without enemies, so that is probably why. Can we just do this? Would that work? I think it could work. Let's re-import all. Yep. But room info. Now, why is there a... This is going to maybe drive me crazy. If you check, the neighbors are slightly more indented than the room info, and I don't know why. I feel like that's not how it should be. Maybe because it's a list. Oh well. Just annoying. Okay. Working as intended, indeed. So now we have all the info in the room. So this is on the import. So now I want to make a public void activate room. Now I need to separate in normal activation of the room and, well, the activate room, and one will be show room, I think. Enable room. The one will be when it's in neighbor room, and one will be when we go into a room. So I think activate room is when we go into the room, and yeah. How would we, what would we call it? Just enabled room, and then we can go disable room. Or show hide room, I don't know. I think show was probably better. Show room, hide room. What did we do before? The exit collider is a part of when we activate the room. So let's write it down here. Actually, let's go to activate room. Activate all exit colliders. And validate cache on camera. Why am I doing it twice? I don't know. Invalidate cache on camera. Activate enemies. When we show in the room, we should enable int grid, and we should enable background. But that's already enabled, so anything. What up, I am Legend? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm trying to think what I do when I show the room. I'm doing great. I'm trying to rework my room manager a little bit. So it could work with my new console. That could work between rooms. I think we only need to enable the integrate, and when we hide the room, we also need to deactivate the room. That is true. Make void to deactivate room. Okay. Deactivate exit colliders. Deactivate enemies. Cool. And when we hide the room, we just disable. Great. Cool. Let's do this. Room info. Int grid. Set active false. That is it. Hide room is done. Then we do the same in showroom, just so we set it through. Here it's going to be a little bit trickier. We need to first enable the enemies. Room info, enemies set active false. To activate enemies, we also need to get all the exit colliders. And the best way to do this would be to grab it from the level data. So we would like to have a level data here. Is it level data? No, it's room data. I lost you at the room, at the word activate. Thank you very much for the follow, Sad Noir. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and yeah. So what I'm doing right now is, let's go through this. Let's see it like this. When you are in this room, I want to make it kind of like it works in this level editor. You can see that the neighbors are activated. Now you can see all of these as well, but the neighbors are activated and you can see them. but you don't see the entities in them. When you click it, you can see that, oh, there's a lot of things in here, but you can't see them in here now. And that is what I want to do in my game as well. Currently I disable all the rooms around me. What up, Woomy? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Really nice. I enjoyed your stream yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, right? I'm doing great. I am reworking my my room system a little bit. Level data. I don't want level data, I think. You are welcome. I'm sad it ended so shortly after I raided, but all good, all good. I didn't really have much time after that, so it was good. All right, let's see. All the exit colliders is what I need. So instead of getting level data like this, I can just go into my room manager, instance level, get level data, get data, and here we're the room number, which is the room ID. But I kind of want to do this once and not every time I activate the room. You made me sad? What did you make sad? I'm not sad. It was already 9 PM and you had work today. Oh yeah. I gotcha. Private, we need the data here, so we need the level data. That's not what it was called. It was called room data. Save the room data. Room data. We aren't sad in here, we are happy. So in Awake, I'm going to grab the room data from room manager, I think. Maybe we can even do it in start. What up, Woomy? Thank you very much for the sub. Now we get the happy cloud. And the clapping emoji is wonderful. Thank you so much. You get a clap hat. I really like the emote. Another emote I like. 1 second. One second. Where is it? It's this one. I really like this one. I like the laughing emote. A lot of people have really great emotes, and I've had my cloud for probably 5-6 years. The smiling cloud, and it's these last couple of months I've been getting a bit more serious with streaming, so I made a clapping cloud and a sad cloud. But I'm thinking real hard what the next one would be, and I'm not really sure. But now we can get all the exit colliders. So room data, they should be in objects, model, and exits. There we go. Exit. Game object set active. 3. 2 more emotions like angry. Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, I was thinking about the frustrated cloud, like you're the least creative person here. I made a cloud for I made a meme cloud for Captain Coder. Maybe I should make something similar for the stream. Yeah, maybe a frustrated cloud. And I was thinking of a like a aha, like wondering what is going on, Cloud. Emotions are a good idea. Yeah, it's a good base to have indeed. The clapping one is like the smiling one is happy, it's just being happy, and the clapping one is very happy. Wasn't expecting that meme, Cloud. No. So the Captain Coder is a very good friend of me, also a streamer that I found like 2 months ago or something, 1.5, and he is a wonderful streamer, and I would recommend watching him as well. He is a science teacher. I was going to say no. What is it called? He's saying it every time. So I can't remember what it's in English. He is computer science, that's the word. Yes, computer science teacher, and he's teaching ages 10 to 14. He also has a stream, which is wonderful, and I would recommend you to check it out. I rarely do shoutouts, so I hope I did it the correct way. Cool. And I did I made a cloud for him. So he took the cloud and he actually made an animation where it kind of moves along the screen, and it kind of, I think there's some kind of emote falling out of the cloud. It's really cute. Maybe I have it. 1 second. Let's see if I can. What app do I do my art? I actually don't do my art in anything. Here, let's see if I can show this. Let's actually download it. Wait. All right. I hope Captain Coder is fine with me showing this, but I think he is. He was playing around with it, and he made the... here's the cloud. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. We took the meme and really embraced it. So my art is done in A-Sprite. I haven't done the art. The art was done for Ludum Dare for 52. The game jam I was in the beginning of January. You can find the game right here. That was the game I made with 4 other people. And that is where the art is from. So it's not the final art, it's a temporary art that I'm using to test things in my game. But I'm going to make new art soon, TM. It's good art to play with, to build things up. So in Activate Room, we activate all our exits. Then we need to invalidate the cache on the camera, so we can get the camera as well with room data. We should have it's an object model, and we have the virtual camera, and we can invalidate component pipeline. No. Oh, we need a confiner. We have the collider for the confiner, but not the actual confiner. Soon TM when it's done, TM. Alright, Wumi. Thank you very much for lurking and hanging out. I really appreciate it. But not having to get the component every time, I'm going to cache it in a Cinemachine. Cinemachine. I can't. Cinemachine. Confiner 2D. Confiner. So I'm going to actually get it here. Confiner would be room data. Without object model, virtual camera, get component. I can probably just type confiner 2D. Yeah. So the confiner, I would invalidate the cache. I would also grab the virtual camera. Virtual camera set priority would be set it to 10, 15. I think I have something at 10, I'm not sure. So let's see, we have that at 15, so we invalidate the camera. We also need to activate the enemies. So let's grab the room info, enemies, set active true. So now I think we're doing everything we need to do in here. I kind of want to do just copy all of this and invert it. We don't need to invalidate the cache on the confiner since we're not showing the camera here. And the priority needs to be minus like 15. We're not going to use it. But I heard, or maybe I shouldn't set priority. Maybe I should enable it. I heard, no. Captain Coder talked something about the best practice is not to change the priorities, but to activate and deactivate unless you have some really complex world. You're going to open Unity for the first time in ages. Good luck. It's a good program. I appreciate Unity. Okay. I think Dram do as well. Clap at. Nice. Okay. So now I think I've written the room controller the way I want it. So now we can go back here to the room manager and remove what we're doing. Oh, set collider enabled on these. Maybe I should do set collider enabled true and set collider enabled false is what I should do, and not deactivate them. We're just deactivating the trigger object or the collider. Okay, we can activate room. Now we need the room info, and I think I saved that in room controller. It should not. Room controller with a lowercase r. I don't like that. Room controller, activate room. And this is a lot cleaner, I would say. But now the room manager doesn't have to do everything. We just tell the room controller to do its thing. We still have the room changed event, yes. Okay. So now we activate and deactivate the rooms, and that is when the transition is done. That's those two rooms. But we also need to know when we should show the rooms. So we have. Okay. When we activate the room, neighbors, room control, activate neighbor rooms. I think. And then we also need to deactivate neighbor rooms. but that is something I need to add now since I added that functionality to all of this. So how will I do this in a good way? I need to do this in the right place. So before I activated the whole room and set priorities, I'm not going to do that anymore. So here we activate the room. Gotta get to class. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Have a wonderful day, and I hope class goes well. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Let's see, we're transitioning. When we start, I don't think we need to do anything when... So what I kind of want to do is... There are two ways I can do this that I'm thinking of. That is, I could deactivate all the old neighbor rooms that aren't the new room that we're in. I could also compare the new active neighbor rooms with the old ones and deactivate all the ones that aren't around the new room. So we don't deactivate and activate all the old ones, but we're not deactivating it, we're hiding them. We should rename this to hide neighbor rooms and show neighbor rooms. But when we're hiding, we also need to send in a current room. But when the transition is done, we need to set the current room to new room, room ID. So we have the current room. We send in the current room when we hide, so we don't active room. Yes. So for each of my neighbors, if neighbor room ID. Wait. That is so weird that you can need to get the room ID is equal to active room. Continue. Okay. And the other ones we need to neighbor. We need to hide room. And show neighbor rooms will be pretty much the same, just that yeah, it would be the same here. In active room, we're not going to do anything with the active room, but we're going to show all the other rooms. The thing with hiding and showing them immediately after each other, it shouldn't do anything because it's not going to be an update cycle between them, so nothing would really happen. It wouldn't change much. The current room would be the data we get there, yeah. Let's call this current room data. Next room data. Capture of current room data variable. Next room will blend this. Okay, maybe it's time to try this once I fix the error I'm having, which would be this. Well, showing the neighbor rooms, we'd never show our own because our own wouldn't be in neighbor. But The neighbor could be, yeah, okay. We don't need to send that in, we just show all the neighbor rooms. Cool. Let's see. Reload worlds, we have that. I have not. We've activated new room. Let's just call it activate room and not new room. Activate room, we activate the room and show neighbor rooms. I actually want to do this first, I think, to deactivate all the rooms. And yes. Let's actually move this. Can we have it before? No, we need to have it after the starting room data. Okay. I do have a problem now that all the virtual cameras are... Wait. No, I'm still searching for room controller now. It was a bug. Let's have these as priority 15. And I think when I deactivate the room, I'm hiding the room. Yes, when we deactivate the room, we set active to false, right? I think this should work. And let's go to the room manager, and room 0 is the starting room. Let's try this. What could go wrong? I forgot about my tea. Do we have one error? 5? A million? 11. Not too bad. Reference script is missing. Oh, right. Let's remove these rooms. They're old ones. Let's see here. Room controller. We can't get the room data because... Huh. Level data should be set from the start, maybe... Oh. Let's try and do it in start instead. You found half completed for a game jam. It's pretty bad, but probably your best game yet. You don't think you could have messed up that sentence up more? Yeah, it was the start of it was a little bit hard to grasp, but if that's your best game yet, maybe you should polish it a little and share it. That would always be cool to see game jam games. So now in start, it could work. I think that the room manager wasn't loaded before, and that is the reason it didn't load properly. To be safe, let's reload the world. Now there's only one, and that is we need a question mark. No. But can I do that and have it automatically? No. If room info enemies is not null, do this. Have you tried LDTK? Did you download and try it? It's an amazing program. Yeah, the priority is the one that is active. So the highest priority is always the one that would be active. If you want to get which one is active, like get the actual one, you can go to the main camera and get the Cinemachine brain, and here you can see the live camera. That is the active camera. And that camera is also the one with the highest priority. That is active. So you don't have to compare all the all your active cameras or all your cameras and hope for the best. So I can see now that my confiner here is not set, and that is a problem. I'm wondering if that is because I removed it from... Did I remove it from... I remember having trouble with this for a little bit before, that I couldn't set it. Where do I set the confiner here? Confiner. Yeah, I tried moving the confiner out of the script and into my import script. In my room virtual camera. So I tried to import this, but I can't. Oh, maybe we need to... Okay, I have an idea. Entity instance. We can't get the... How did I do it just now in my room controller? Didn't I do the import thingy? Oh, we just get component, right? So what I could do is, instead of doing game object get component, we can probably just do get component. Yes. And see if that works instead. Maybe. Did it work right out of the box like this? Let's re-import and see if that does anything. Probably not. I think they automatically re-import. Okay, so instead of doing this, I'm going to do get component in parent. Probably gone collider, and I think we can include inactive true. But will this keep going up the tree, or will it stop at the first parent? That is a question. I'm also finding the player, and yeah, I had so much issues with this, so I'm just gonna put it back in my editor script and do it from there. Because I just want to have it work. Now if we play this, if I did this all correct, let's grab this and invalidate cache. No. Okay. Oh, we need to set 30 on component camera confiner as well. Yes. So much issues with this. You mean I'm having issues? I am. There's a few things that are not optimal. I need to reload the world as well. So there's a few problems I've noticed. There we go. Now it's loading the room. If it works correctly, then my neighbor rooms should work as well. They are, but they are also showing all the enemies. And I think some enemies just fell down here. Yep. So almost correct, I think. We are making good progress. We deactivate, we hide neighbor rooms. Oh, right. Maybe? We do hide room. What does hide room do? Let's go in and check. We just set the int grid. We deactivate the room. Deactivate. Oh, we don't set them to false. We need to set all the enemies to false. That was the miss. Now, there's a problem with the importer flow with LDTK that I'm having. I'm not really sure how to solve it properly. And that is when you're importing something, it's kind of in between scenes. So you're not really getting, you can't get things from the hierarchy like you would normally. So there's a little bit of issue there with some things. And the only thing I haven't been able to solve yet is the camera and getting the confine rate. But this is working correctly. You can see that there are no enemies spawned. Good, we don't have any enemies in the first room. So let's actually play the game. Let's jump, 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 jump. So if we have enemies in the second room, then we're good. We're good to go. I think I need to activate the camera a little bit earlier. We have enemies here though, but the transition wasn't the best. So we need to fix that. But we have the enemies. Wait, I actually want to go to the next room as well. I need to see that these enemies unload properly. So we'll go here. I'll kill that guy. Thank you for the clap hat. And then we'll go into the next room. Well, that is kind of a funny transition. And they unloaded. Great. I almost like this camera transition. Like, looks so stupid. You just disappear. And then you can see the enemies disappear as well. Yeah, cool. So we all need another one where we activate the camera. Activate camera, because that should happen immediately. So we could probably have it in here as well. In case we load it immediately from the room manager, we might as well have it in there if it's not active. And then when we start the room transition, we need to grab the next room data, room controller, and activate camera. And to make this a little bit faster, I'm going to go into LDTK, go to displays, and drag this one down here. And hopefully this will spawn me there. Yes, perfect. So let's transition. Now it's as it should. So the only thing I'm seeing now is the enemy doesn't show until I get into the room. Which they kind of just plop in. It would work if they had some kind of effect where they would spawn in, but they don't. But it's good. What I would like to have now is to have a warp. So in the room manager, let's go in here. I'm going to add a new method, and it's going to be private void warp to room and index, and yeah, it's going to take an index. So we can probably just add a command here and see how we do this. How do you do it from the start? We get the starting room data. We need to get the active room data, and okay, so room level data, get data, current room, room. Not sure if I need that. I need to do transition to room index. I think that could work. I think that might be the only thing I need. I'm just going to call this warp to room. It's good. So let's go in and try this. I got about 15 minutes before I gotta head out. So let's see if I can make this in 15 minutes. So now we should have a warp to room. Let's try warp to room 1. Warp to room 5. Now that is not correct, but warp to room 0. That would be this room. Room 2. Oh, that is working. It's just off with the camera. And we haven't unloaded this room. I wonder why. However, I think it's good. Now the only thing I need to do is not have it in here. I'm going to add it in player debug mode, I think. Yes. Void warp to room index, and we'll do it here because here I can get the data I need. Warp cap. Yes, we're warping between rooms. We are. So I need to get the position info here. I need to get the private position info. No, position info. We'll get that data. How are you doing, Kip? Good to see you. Welcome. We get the position info, and I want to, when we warp to the room, I want to grab the, I want to set the position of our player to the room manager instance level data get data index. I want to get the room data The room data, we have an object model and we have the spawn point, and we take the position. That is the position I want to set. And then we want to do room manager instance warp to room with the index. Let's make this public so I can reach it. I think that might be it. Hopefully it will work. So let's start. And let's try it. What room? 1. Nope. Okay. Of course that wouldn't work. Can't set the position value. Can we? Maybe we'll do it like this. We're getting the position value, setting the value. Wouldn't this work? Let's debug this and see what we're doing. For it not to work, we have something that is overriding it. To room 5. So our current, yep. Huh. Well, now we kind of moved. To room 5. I don't feel like that is the actual position of this. Did I do the same in the room manager at the start? Yeah, we get the spawning point position, yeah. That is room 5, so that should be the spawn point. I could also do position, freeze gravity, instance ID. You also need to freeze all, add XY, and then we do a timer instance, add timer 0.15, I don't know. And we just unfreeze these. Of course we would. Let's see if that is better. Oh, I see. So the problem I'm having right now is that when I move this quickly, it doesn't work. I need to disable the collision check for a second, or for a tiny bit. Because what I'm doing with the collision is I do a box cast from where I was to the new position, and we're just going to hit walls. So warp to room 1. Just not going to work, because you could see that the player tried to move, but it couldn't. You can see it's moving a little bit, but it can't move to the position because we're colliding. So I need to go into my collision check. We have a way of skipping the collision check. I do not. Do we have collision? If we do, we're up. We're up, yeah. What up, Royal Z-Dub Gaming? How are you doing? I'm going to add a variable here, a public pool. No. Actually, I can't get the components. It's better to do it like this. Public pool is enabled. It's true. If it's enabled, info is enabled. If we're not enabled, we just return. I should have had that in every info thing I made. So I could just disable them from the info instead of having them in the base script here. I do have is active here, but that was bad. So now I could do this, and instead of freezing the position, I'm going to grab the collision info. Collision info. And I can hopefully disable the collision warp, and then we're good. False. And I only need to do it for like I need to enable it like the next frame. Oh, I have an idea. I'm first gonna see if this works, but there might be other scenarios we wanna disable collision for a frame or for one cycle. But let's try this. Warp to room 5. Worked to room. Let's go. Warp to room 8. Well, that didn't really work. Room info, anyways, it's not null. And that is the reason why I showed room 8, so I could see if room 8 would work. And now with the teleport working, I actually have to call it a night and head out. It was a lot of fun and we got a lot of progress. We finished the 2 tasks. We were 2 tasks. I had a lot of tasks, 4 that we set out to do. Up to room 8. Well, it's not working perfectly. Room 1. It's working far from perfectly. Up to room 0. But it's working, kinda. But it's not activating the room. Well, when we activate a room, we do transition to room. So this should be good, shouldn't it? Oh, we need to raise the event as well. But we don't have a position. But do I need to do that? Oh well, I don't have time to check this for now, but we can almost warp through rooms. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to follow if you haven't and you're enjoying what you see. I will be back tomorrow, maybe? Potentially. I will update on Discord when, if I'll be on tomorrow. Feel free to join the Discord and chat about the game, things you would like to see in the game, or just want to have a good talk, I guess. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Do we have any? Does anyone have any old people? I could raid Irish John. Because I've never raided him before. He is making a pirate game, so let's do that. That's good. Raid John game. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon again. Have a wonderful evening, and bye bye.